So, hello. This is the last time I'm going to be using this backdrop. It's the last video that I'm going to send that's kind of related to 2019. This week, some colleagues and I have been referring to the past couple of days as a bit of a hypno come down. We're all recovering from the excitement, the stimulation, the fun, the party, the education, the mind expansion, the social connection, and the kind of general furore that is the UK Hypnosis Convention, and that was the 2019 event. I gave all of my thank yous in my after dinner speech, which I'm actually going to share video footage of on the UK Hypnosis Convention website and on social media, along with a copy of the central page write-up in the convention program in coming days. So I'm not going to repeat too much of those thank yous again in detail here, but thank you to Anthony Jacquin, who gave an amazing keynote presentation. A massive thanks to the team behind the scenes, Etain, Sarah, Penny, Tara, Steve, Rebecca, Lindsay. I did want to add, by the way, these guys are all primarily hypnotherapists. They're hypnotherapists first and foremost. People that I've worked with and who share the vision that I have for the convention and for the field, for the hypnotherapy field in general. None of us are event organizers, and we've really had to find our feet this year. Thank you to our speakers who delivered some exciting presentations, gave demonstrations, shared their knowledge and their skill. There were some amazing presentations. Excuse me. Thanks to everyone who joined us. I'm sure that all those of you that were present would agree with me that, the event really does have a special atmosphere all of its own. There's a sense of community, a mutual respect that makes it very enjoyable to be around. There are so many highlights for me personally. The response that I received following my short after dinner speech was really moving for me. Seeing Freddie Jacquin hypnotizing masses of volunteers up on stage all at once. Seeing the appetite that our attendees had for the academic presentations, in particular, Dr. Ben Paris, Professor Zoltan Dienes, Dr. Devon Terhune, having a rave with my close friends at the end of the gala dinner with some old school classics, and being allowed to take to the decks myself for the final track of the night. James Tripp stepping in last minute for one of our speakers who was ill and delivering a seamless and stimulating presentation. The addition of the lightning talks on Friday night, I loved that. And in particular, the belly laughs that were created by Howard Cooper. Usually the York Theatre is the busiest room, but seeing the Windsor Suite absolutely packed to the rafters for those wishing to see Greg McCall offering up his brand of no fluff and no magic wands. Being stood in the bar at 3 a.m. on Sunday morning, after our Saturday night, considering retiring to bed. And suddenly, I just kind of stood there quietly and hearing the word sleep over there on the side as Mads Agerholm, the Danish phenomena, took one of the attendees into hypnosis off his feet at 3 a.m. I was giving him suggestions on the bar floor. They had to kind of step over in order to move around later on. Seeing Dipti Tate sat alongside the English sisters asking if they could rebrand as the English triplets. Seeing Graham Webber wearing his military medals on Remembrance Sunday. Welcoming so many international attendees, learning how to set up an amazing vendor table like Rob de Groof and Rory and Kate of the Hypnotherapy Training Company. So much more. I just don't have time to share. But the tone and the attitude of those present, it was immense. It was just incredible. The hypnotherapy field, it's alive and it's well and it's choosing to progress. So the dust is settling on 2019, and we can only bask in our glory here for so long. we're certainly not going to be resting on our laurels. I am already working very hard behind the scenes. I'm organising the academics for next year, some of which I've secured already. I cannot wait to share with you the news about our 2020 keynote speaker and presenter, which is going to be something very different than you are used to, someone very different rather. And my colleagues are back at it again already. So I wanted to mention briefly a couple of things that many of you have been asking me about with regards to announcements that we'll be making in the course of the next week. First of all, we will announce and confirm in the coming days the dates for the 2020 event, along with confirming the venue. Second of all, with regards to the videos, we're just finalising this. We have video footage of the lectures that took place in the main theatre, in the York Theatre. The lighting in there is terrible, so we are going to make those available for a kind of minimal fee. And then in the next week as well, speaker applications will be available. Applications for 2020 are going to be open within the next week, and they will close at the end of the year with a view to us announcing the speaker lineup early in the new year. We have got a very particular criteria for selecting our speakers as a team, which is all going to be detailed and available on that page. If you plan on applying to speak, please do read that in full first. You know, we want high standards, we want exclusive content, and not just people who tour convention to convention offering the same things everywhere, kind of churning it out. We don't want anything that we feel is a little bit tired. We want new faces, we want new takes on subjects, we want new approaches, and so on. Also, in the next week or so, we will have early bird tickets available to buy for 2020. The early bird discount is going to be available up until the time that we announce the speakers. So if you put your faith in us and you buy a ticket before the speakers are announced, you'll receive the largest discount that we offer throughout the year. Anyone who buys an early bird ticket as well will also give you complimentary access to all of the 2019 videos. So, I mean, that's it for now. Keep your eyes peeled. You know, huge thank you for everybody and anybody that was part of 2019's event. We've taken on board, and we are still taking on board, all of your feedback, looking to kind of chisel and hone and sculpt the event for next year, which I hope will be all new, all improved, and even more awesomer than it was this year. Okay, I send you my very best wishes. Goodbye for now.